This is the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove. Billy is an innovative leader in the industry and loves teaching how to build quality fence. So sit down, grab a cold beverage, and get ready to talk about fence. Today's show is sponsored by Mr. Fence Academy. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
Oh, okay. It was going because of the intro. Because the intro was still going. What's going on, everybody? Oh, you little no, that's your mic volume. There we go. I'll turn my mic volume down. A little better.
I blew out my eardrum.
What's going on, Fence fam? What's going on, Facebook? What is going on, world?
Hello, everyone.
How's everybody doing? It's nice to be back in Pensacola on a Tuesday.
Yeah. Last Tuesday we were in Tuscaloosa with Sean King doing a Mr. Fence training event. It was a spur of the moment thing. Happened very last minute, but it turned out a lot of fun, man. We did about 175 feet or so, 200 feet worth of Kings Plus no dig, and record just mind-boggling time. And man, it was a lot of fun. It was a good time. But yeah, I'm definitely glad to be back home.
Yeah, it was. It was a great time. First, I want to start off the show with a reminder, guys. Go and check out gatekeeperpodcast.com. You can find us anywhere right there at gatekeeperpodcast.com. There's also our merch store where you can get these cool sweatshirts from. You can get also shirts, can koozies, you can get stickers, you can get everything. But just do us a favor and go check out gatekeeperpodcast.com and hit that like, follow, subscribe button. That'd be great. Also, I want to go ahead and thank Mr. Fence Academy for sponsoring the show. And yeah, dude, how has your past 2 weeks been since we weren't live last week? And that was my fault. I forgot a couple power cords to the computer and then this and all that stuff. It wouldn't have been possible to do it last week.
Man, my last 2 weeks has been absolutely just balls to the wall with trying to plan that event last minute. And then at the same time, I had a customer bet us a decent amount of money that we couldn't get his fence done 2 weeks ahead of schedule. And so I took that on all at the same time, which we won. We did it. We got paid.
Yeah, man, that was $1,000 bet, dude. That was good.
And then we made it happen.
Yeah, right.
But it's just been busy. It's been absolutely a good time. One of my twins started baseball, so that's been a lot of fun. Trying to learn how to juggle this and that as well too. I literally since I was 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So yeah. Baseball. So baseball season's upon us. Just trying to work on more training events. It's just been a lot of fun. Been very busy.
Heck yeah, man.
How's your last 2 weeks been? Even though we've been pretty much connected by the damn hip.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. It was lots of go, and then I wasn't finding myself winding down at night till 10, 11 o'clock, which I'm normally winding down at like 7 or 8. And so running on little amounts of sleep. And then, of course, last week we went to Tuscaloosa, which was my first time being in Tuscaloosa. That was
Alabama stories, man.
That was Linda Lewis. If you're watching Linda Lewis, feel free, comment, please comment Linda Lewis. That was a good time. But
knows me, the only one who knows what you're talking about. That was such. So this is a Q&A. We don't have to bring nobody on. We could literally just BS on this one.
Yeah.
So while we're in Tuscaloosa for the training event, we ended up staying with my buddy, the guy who we built the fence for. And while we're there, we're just sitting outside grilling in the front driveway, and the wrong number calls my buddy's phone, and it ends up into this 15-minute ordeal where my buddy played along, and the lady's name was Linda Lewis or something. And it just ended up, it was a 15-minute ordeal of a prank call, and it was the funniest thing ever.
I thought I was gonna give him away because I was laughing so hard. I was choking and crying and like she was so sure that she knew this man. It was good. And the extent that it was taken was
astronomical.
Astronomical. It's the only way I know how to say it. Like
my buddy, us, and Mike Moore, and I don't know how my buddy kept a straight face, because Mike Moore, Billy Grove, and I was just rolling on the ground.
Yeah.
And, oh God,
it was a good time, man.
Anyway,
it was a good time. But hey, guys, we are doing a live Q&A tonight. You can ask pretty much anything you want to. Let's keep it clean.
Within reason.
Yeah, within reason. I mean,
use your adult decision making skills.
We can ask about personal life. We can ask about fence questions. We can ask about podcast stuff.
No dig,
digging.
Sales.
Yeah, anything that you guys are interested in hearing about or are wondering about, go ahead and give us some questions. But while we're waiting on that, we're gonna go over our first training event that we held in Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
Albeit last minute. And
can you
how much do you charge per foot?
That
Chris?
is between
$1 million.
Between $10 and like $100. I just quoted one for $100. It would have been $100 a foot.
How much do you charge per foot?
No, but I'll tell you what though, when Chris is asking about that, we that basket weave fence that we did last year, the lady wants to extend it by 40, I don't know, like 8 panels, I don't know, 6 panels, I don't know. And it's like, oh damn, it's like that was such an awesome fence to build once, never again. But but we're gonna we have to do it. So that one's gonna be like $100 a foot. That one is so labor intensive building that basket weave.
As much as you can plus 10%.
As much as you can plus 10%. Yep.
Which one was $100? All of them.
Right?
All of them were. No, super funny questions, but
custom stuff.
Yeah, right. That's that basket weave stuff. Wait a minute.
I think that was probably more. I don't even remember how much it was back then.
I hate that fence. I love you, but I hate that fence.
Yeah, nothing was as it was seemed. Like, I mean, it worked out exactly how we thought it would, but it was the amount of labor that went into it. It was a 3-day, 4-day job that turned into 3 weeks. It was one of those, and it was just everything we tried to do on that one fought us. I mean, the end result was exactly what we wanted.
Oh, it looks fabulous.
But the pathway. But with that being said, now building it a second time, we know what not to do.
Yeah, true.
Where's that?
True. So the training event.
Yeah.
Albeit it was thrown together with 5 days, actually 4 days notice. It was a pretty good time altogether.
It was a great time. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. We had TC Fence out there with us. And then we had Moore Fence and Deck with Mike Moore out there with us as well.
Yep, Mike came on out. He was a trooper, man.
Oh boy, he put down
superhuman capabilities. Mike Moore, 110%.
Boy, he put down that bottle of bourbon the night before like it was water, dog. It was good. I didn't think he was gonna get up.
He showed up and showed out.
Showed up and showed out the next day, though. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. I was thoroughly impressed.
I will say, I don't drink anymore, but that is one person I would not go into a drinking competition. That's the one that you want on your team. I tell you what, he handled that like a fucking champ.
Oh man, it was good. Oh yeah. Yes. We definitely cut up. Oh, sorry, I hit it twice. Yes, but yeah, he is built different, man. Absolutely. He was up. He was the last up. I will say that because Mike was the last one up that morning.
Oh yeah, we're all dragging ass. So,
Oh yeah,
but I mean,
absolutely.
he
But it was, man. I was impressed that like whenever he got to the job site, he was on it, baby,
yeah, he didn't skip a beat, man.
on it, baby.
I tell you what, and that was that driver. That wasn't the Rhino. That was the
That was the bull.
the Bull. Thank you, the Bull. I think it's not super heavy to carry around, but it will definitely work it, man. And he toted that thing quite a bit. He slung it. And it's hard for me with my leg to do a lot of it, but there was 30 seconds per post installing those. 30 seconds getting a post in the ground ready to build on. 30 seconds.
Honestly, with the amount that I tote around the US hammer with, and I love using the US hammer, but there are a couple cons to it, and I'm gonna just go ahead and point them out right now. The first is that I thought I would love the like twist throttle.
No, the twist throttle ended up being such a pain.
It gives me so much hand cramps because I'm twisting and gripping, and then I'm pulling it down as well.
You know what we need to do is like old motocross tape. Is get that on there, the wire for that,
and then
the Titans in pieces
carrying it
again. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, in the Bull
carrying it, like I like how the Titan has that back piece, so it's easy to carry with two hands.
Yeah, I get that.
And
the Titan is easier to put on your shoulder too because it got the flat plate.
Absolutely. And that's what I loved about the Bull too, because you could carry it easily with two hands instead of all of that weight in one hand.
Right, absolutely. And it was the overall housing of it was a lot bigger, and so it was more balanced. I felt whenever you're trying to carry, instead of being just a motor and all top weight, and you're trying to balance. Absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that time that even I think you pointed out, or it might have been Mike. I'm pretty sure it was you. Whenever Sean had not even hit the driver yet, and he had set it up, and he had completely let go of the post. And it didn't move like the hammer did because it has that motor weight on top that's pulling it over whatever way the motor's like facing.
Twist grip makes a difference for extent. So.
Yeah, no, you're right. But it's just little minor cons.
Well, it's also the damn twist grips they've done. It's seized up. And you can't take the twist grips off.
Oh, or yeah, like the extension handles.
You cannot take the extension handles off on the hammer, and then they're completely seized on. And then I don't know how we could have used and abused that because it's a pin.
No, it was brand new.
Right, it's brand.
It's literally like. It's a month old now,
something like that, and then the damn bolt already broke on it, like the lock bolt that holds the insert in, and that thing's already broken. It's like I'm ready.
Guess what I did today though?
Like I figured it out. Magic on the hammer again. Just it's always something with these damn machines. No matter how many times you go through and tighten them up, no matter how many times you go through and do the damn servicing on them, it's just always something. And you made a great analogy whenever we were up there in Tuscaloosa. You said that you now see the difference between these machines and the Bull and these other pneumatic or hydraulic machines, that at borderline, these gas powered ones seem like garden tools. It's like a Ryobi to Milwaukee.
It really is. I mean, prior to our trip, I had used the Bull on 2 posts. Personally, I had seen like Chris's guys, I went to that training and I had seen them use it, but I had used it personally twice. After we had drove all those pipes in the ground, I remember looking at you and being like, you know what? I know what all them guys are like talking about on the groups. Like it makes sense now. Like the gas powered pounders, they're great. Those
Ryobi augers go hard.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you what. That Makita auger that Sean had, that thing goes hard. I'll tell you what, Colby. I mean, that thing dug just as fast as a Little Beaver did all day long.
It was, yeah, absolutely. And that was in Tuscaloosa, and that dirt up there was not forgiving. It wasn't the hardest in the world because this subdivision is only like 10 or 12 years old, but it was definitely
the top 2 feet were almost punch dirt.
Yeah.
The bottom 2 feet were straight red clay.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was after you got past that second foot, it was most definitely. I honestly think the hammer and the Titan would have struggled putting that in there.
Hey there, Miss Susan K. Worley. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell on the mic, dude.
You're good. Miss Susan, what's up, darling? We're ready to have you on as a guest again, please, ma'am. As a guest again, please. There you
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What's that one? Gas
Gas powered driver is like a jigsaw. Never need it till you do. No. You're not wrong. You're not
Oh
wrong.
no, absolutely no. I'm just saying from this is just my experience on that, Chris. Is just we've been no dig now since the last training event, a year ago, and we have absolutely worked these machines. We have found the good and bad and the flaws in it, and no, they are for what we've put them through, and just working them every day, day in, day out. They are absolutely good, but there is a significant difference in it's like a residential use versus commercial use application types borderline scenario that I am saying that, when the time is right, we're absolutely going to invest in these bigger setups because it does make the work so much easier and faster. It's if you're, I think now that we're a year and some change into the no dig, I think that's going to be one of our next big investments is getting something like that, just because it was 20 to 30 seconds per post, man. It was unbelievable. It was easier to carry. It was easier to handle. Yeah, you had a hose on that one, but I mean, it was still easier. It was absolutely still I mean, even me with my bum leg, man, I was toting around like it was nothing.
Yeah. And, you said something about the hose, as long as you're keeping your job site semi cleaned and organized, the hose isn't going to get caught on anything. And if you have 2 or 3 guys out there, just have a guy routing the hose for you. Because if it can get caught on something, it will. I have learned that in my fence career. Our Ready Driver Boss 78 gas powered has driven the 3x3 3-channeled square aluminum post for composite. All right.
That's what's up.
Okay.
How do you guys have a?
They're probably using the square tube that it comes with to drive
okay.
the Postmasters because it's if I'm wrong,
Yeah, tell us.
correct me if I'm wrong here,
I'd love to
but
learn that.
I'm pretty positive the square one fits multi posts,
Mhm.
and it also does the Postmaster, but then you can drive square posts as well.
What did Mr. Colby say?
How expensive is the air compressor to run one of those bulls?
So you want to do this one? Or you want to take this one? Or me too.
I will because I've done a lot of research on
Go
it.
for it.
Okay, so it takes 138 CFM minimum compressor to run the bull.
Son, okay, you take this
All
one.
right.
Right on.
And after all of my research, from what I've found, if you want something that is going to be, the word escaping me, right for everyday truck and trailer use, and not some giant 10-foot tall stand-up air compressor that's for a shop, you're going to be paying minimum $6,000. All right. The package from Mr. Fence Tools, which comes with the bull driver, the compressor, and then all the drive caps that you're going to need, is like $6,700, right at $6,800.
I think it equalizer comes with that too, doesn't it?
There's a lot of stuff that comes with it: a helmet, an equalizer, or it might be a SpaceX. But from my research, because I was looking at it, trying to go another route as well, if you're gonna go that route, you might as well just buy the whole package. It has a big.
Yeah, it's a big
It
one.
has a big ass
Okay,
4-inch
right
barrel.
on. Hell
Oh
yeah.
wow, dude! The Ready Driver will might drive 4-inch posts. I did not know that.
That's what's up. That's cool. Right on, man. Look at that. See, that's why we have these discussions, man. Right
That's-
there. That's awesome.
That's awesome, dude. I
What
did
did
not
Chris say
know
out
that.
there in our area?
In our area, Rhino. No, sorry, I clicked it twice. Sorry, guys. I don't do this
You got me fired
so
from that
much.
button.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. In our area, a hammer or Rhino is good for iPost, etc. Great backup for small jobs, but a bull or Skrill or a Scotch-Roll is too good.
And you know what, Chris? I agree with you, man. After doing the training event with Sean this last week in Tuscaloosa, man, it was definitely that is the absolute way to go. If you're going to be serious about the no dig and convert, then I feel honestly, think about it. We bought a hammer and the Titan now, and with those two machines, we could have already bought that one and probably had a fraction of the problems.
Yeah. So yes.
So there's some experience from us right there. And if you're wanting to get into this no dig system right there,
I'll agree to disagree on that. Because what we have found is the Hammer, the Rhino, the Titan, the Ready Driver, they're great for new build neighborhoods. Okay. You go into like some of these older subdivisions that have 20 and 30-year-old trees, dude, they're
Even
not,
small- well,
they're
yeah.
not, they're
Well-
not doing it. Like, and then you end up having to dig out a 6-inch wide by 24-inch deep hole, and you're still using concrete at that point. So
I'm with you on that.
we
Now,
have
that's
definitely
where,
found
that
that.
is where now obviously with big roots, it was like, well, if you're driving, what are you gonna do when you hit a root? The same shit you do when you dig a hole. You figure it out.
Yeah.
And no two jobs are the same. I cannot tell you how your roots are in your area, how your rocks are in your area. It's such an annoying fucking question. But as far as smaller roots and stuff like that, that is one of the reasons why I do like the Postmasters. Is most of the time they'll cut right through, root yay size. I gotcha. But
I see what you did there.
But,
that was good. Oh man, I'm late, but
but no, that's one thing I like about Postmasters. It will cut through minor stuff, but then again, you're only at the permissible of what the machine can drive it. So it's definitely one of those things.
I do think that the Bull has a way less chance of mushrooming posts.
I did like the way it hit a lot better, yes.
Because of that drive cap.
Yep.
Because it's such a small anvil that's coming down and it's hitting directly in the center of the drive cap. I really like that. It was
yeah. I mean, we didn't really have a whole lot of mushrooming on when we were using those. I mean, we're on a Schedule 40 pipe up there in Tuscaloosa with that one. But I don't remember a whole lot of mushrooming at all. Do you?
I don't recall any.
I want to say there was like one over by that shed.
I'm sure it was the one that they used, the Rhino one.
It may have been. I don't know. We were doing that day was so damn busy. This has all been a blur.
Yeah, man. Once we got the majority of the post pounded, we were waiting for TC Fence to show up because it was such last minute that they had a gate repair to do that morning. So we went ahead and pounded the majority of the pipe. And once they showed up, I went out to the trailer and I started making boxes. And yes, Corey, that I was super rusty on the boxes, but also
your boxes suck so bad.
Also, them true 6-inch wide pickets were throwing me the hell off.
I give you that.
They were throwing me the hell off.
I was with Sean on ripping the pickets. Man, we only had to do like 20 of them.
We had to do 31, and I should have ripped the pickets.
I was willing to do it for you.
I should have ripped the pickets. Well, I figured you could go do things back there with them and just leave me to do the boxes. But in hindsight's 2020, those were not pretty boxes. But you know what? You know what the good thing is?
You learned
yeah. But our client does not see the boxes. They only see like 3 or 4 of them.
That is valid. That was so when what he's talking about with that is we're talking about the boxes and the Kings Plus system. You drive a 2 3/8 Schedule 40 post, 8 foot, it's 8 foot long. You go, 4 down, 4 up, or 5 down, 3 up, depending on your soil conditions. And either way is fine as long as you're halfway up on the post. And what you do is you buy one 12-foot 2x4, cut it and you cut it down size, and you use that one board to make each side of your box. You put a picket on the back side of it, and boom, there's your box. You nail that into the pipe, and now you have one of the strongest fences you've ever friggin' built. And what he's talking about was the pickets that we got from TC Fence were true 6s. And so when you do it on a normal 5 and 3/4 inch picket, 5 5/8, whatever it is, with picket, the measurements are perfect for that, for the 2 3/8 pipe. Well, with these, we had a little bit of extra. And so what he's saying is that was throwing him off when building the boxes, because it was either have an overhang or have a lot of play. So
yeah,
a little bit of Kings Plus info on that one.
Yeah. So I got quite a lot of shiners in my boxes, which I'm not too terribly proud about. Yeah, he didn't. So Eric, so we were talking about ripping down the pickets because normally you make the boxes with a 5.5 inch like pickets, and like Corey just said, it fits perfectly flush
on the Kings Plus system.
With a like 5.5 like picket, but they had brought out 6-inch wide pickets, true 6-inch wide pickets. So I had some overhang. So it had been a couple months since I had built the boxes. 1, and then 2, I was like doing like true 6-inch wide pickets. So
I will say this though, in doing that though, it showed attention to detail because it was, I say lack thereof, but because of the way it showed us for on future installs to take into consideration which boxes would go where, and not one box fits all. Because for instance, if you're doing it on a slight grade, you need to put a little offset on the Kings Plus boxes. That way it matches and the customer doesn't see a dip in the top 2x4.
yep.
So that was actually something that, since it got messed up, and it is what it is, was it turned into something to really learn from on that. That was a little nugget there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was great. Also, you guys using the bull, if you didn't know, if you're in like harder soil and it's like not like driving so great like it was, just give it a 10-second break.
Oh yeah, what was that the 2030 rule or
2010.
2010, something like that? Or it was something offset where
Yeah.
you hammer down for 20, you let the air compressor build up for 10, hammer down for 20. But I mean, hell, it was 30 seconds a post to get them in the ground. That was one of the longer ones too. So
Oh yeah, man. It was great. It was a great time. I just realized it was give the old bull a smoke break. Yeah.
Actually, that was pretty funny that the bull is frosting over on top. So it's kind of funny. It was cold that morning, so it was actually just smoking.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? I bet in the summertime, that'd be great. Right in your face, cold, right in your face.
Yeah, right in your face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh man, that was good. You know what? I'm gonna give you a round of applause for that as well.
What is that Lexington say? Whenever time they do one of those, God, they call it something.
Out of context.
Yeah. They're the greatest out of context. You start saving those clips.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, man, we have a giant library of them. So there's that.
Is that give
the old bull a smoke break? Yeah, no, we already did that one.
But give us some questions, guys. We've been sitting here talking about the no dig, about the Tuscaloosa trip about for what minute now. Let's give us some questions. What do you guys got? This is supposed to be a Q&A. I'm playing with the fence tie in case anybody's wondering. I don't even know how I think you just handed this to me randomly a minute ago.
Yeah, I did.
And I haven't put it down yet.
I did. All right. So I know we didn't get to use one of those X-Wing stabilizers, but did you watch the video that he sent you?
Did. It didn't get sent to me. He showed it to me while we were there at the training.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have a copy of the video, but he showed it to me, and the X-Wing was really neat. It was one of those extra little add-ons you can do for larger size gates, it was really cool. And it sleeves over the 2 3/8-inch pipe, and
it's like, gotta bounce, fellas.
Have a good one, man. But it sleeves over the 2 3/8-inch pipe, and it's got a borderline that kind of looks like a propeller off a boat.
Absolutely does.
Off on an outboard is what it really reminds me of, and that's our Florida coming in right there. So it looks like a half of it, like 2/3 of an outboard motor, and it sleeves over the post, and you take a 3-inch post and you just kind of knock it down into the ground, and then you drive rebar it. And what it does is it stabilizes that post to hold larger size gates. So that
makes it not twist.
Yeah, that was a pretty neat. That was pretty neat there. I like that one.
Yeah, man, I like that one too. That was cool. So what do you think about the building wooden gates off of the like Kings Plus?
So we've never done it because we've been metal frame gates now for like at least 2
Well,
years.
I'm not talking about wood frame versus
right.
Metal. I'm talking about the way that he came up with framing those gates on the fence and not
That's
like
how
on
we
the
used to
ground.
do it.
Well, yeah, but you got to toenail them and not face nail these.
I mean, honestly, but that was really the main difference because we built plenty of the Sean King, the old gates, the cross grain gates back in the day. We never toenailed them, but we did ran 2x4s across, and you leave your 1/2-inch gap on the hinge side, and you 3/4 or whatever, 1/2 inch, and Yeah, that's how. And just cut it off with a Sawzall or skill saw through. Once you kept 4 points of contact at all times, so you cut one, do that hinge, cut this one, do that hinge, then cut it free, do your latch, and that was essentially the same way he built it. There's a few minor differences, but I mean, hell, we built them like that for the first 3 years
Oh yeah,
of our
same,
business.
same. I was pretty intrigued by the way that he put the 2x4 rails up by my
The way that they were toenailed in, absolutely. And I did like how it made that a little bit more streamlined. Uh, but yeah, it was absolutely. I guess it had to be that way because the way the King's Plus system fell. But yeah, it was. I liked it a lot. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. That. It was the double gate you're talking about, aren't you?
all the gates were like that.
Oh, was it? I wasn't over there
Yeah.
for the single for the double gate because it was so wide and it was on that slant. He did it that way, and that was impressive. Yeah, I did like that. I was a little bit out of the box thinking on the fly, but I didn't see the single gate get built. No, I'll go with hinges and stuff.
Yeah, man, it was the same way. Hey man, that drop rod holder was legit, brother.
So TC Fencing had this. I don't even know what the hell it was. A drop rod holder is what we used it for, and it had a stake that went about 12 inches into the ground, and it had like a pressed cup that was in an oval shape, and you could put it right there in the ground, and you could clean the dirt right out of it. It was a great, and then your down rods go in, and it was a great alternative to using metal pipe in the ground or stuff of that nature. It was just this borderline even kind of decorative little disc, oval disc thing that just hammered in the ground and locked right in. It was awesome. Me and Sean were talking about it actually. I was like, man, we need to design this but make it a little bit more narrower with the channel. And he goes, yeah, I'm already thinking about it. I was like, I bet you are, man. I bet you are.
Yeah.
And,
So that way there's not so much play.
Yeah, because that was the only thing about it was that the gate had
about an inch of play.
Yeah, about an inch of play in it that it could move, but the overall design of it though was on point. I liked it a lot.
Same here, man. That was really cool. You know what I'm mad about is both of y'all knew exactly what to do. That you're like, what is this? I was like, I don't know, piece of metal
down rod holder.
I was like, I don't know what that it is.
It just clicked the moment
y'all were like expecting me to know, and I was just like in the zone. I'm like, I don't know.
The moment I forget his name, but the moment that he brought that holder out, man, it was
Tyler.
And it just really clicked.
Yeah, man, that was really cool though. That was really cool. Well, I'm kind of slowing down on comments. You got anything to I don't know, you got anything that you want to talk about, bring to light, anything?
God, man, I'm trying to reflect back on that. All right, what was other than an organization and not being behind because of weather? What were things that we could have done better today? I know my 4 or 5 trips back and forth to Pensacola.
Better today?
Yeah, what could we have done better today?
Today?
What can we do better tomorrow that we didn't do today? What is some stuff that we can improve on tomorrow? That's the biggest thing is you're not going to get it right every day. But as long as we know that we can always do a little bit better, that 1%, we can do that 1%. What was something we can do 1% better tomorrow than we did today?
Honestly, I want to streamline our vinyl post routing.
Yes, absolutely. And maybe if that means buying the cutouts, as long as they'll fit the vinyl that.
Honestly, bro, I think that's the best idea, man. I think that's
that, or we should go back to not ordering in bulk. But goddamn, we save so much money.
No, dude, if we had that little, like if we had Sean's little thing, which it even says, "Are you getting started routing your own posts?" I'm like, yes. Why is it speaking to me, right? And it's like, and then it goes on and on and on. Like, do you have custom, or I'm like, custom rails? I'm like, yes, yes, we do. He's like,
then this is for you.
$250. I'm like, oh, dude, that is a great price, man, because that saves me all the time of figuring out a jig. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
But
and it was,
to be honest with you, that and what I took away from the vinyl job from yesterday was building the gates in the shop and not in the grass.
We need to take a brace out there.
I don't like them braces that Ocala sent. I'm gonna be point blank with
you. Are they here?
Yeah, they're just pieces of plastic.
All right. Well, then we'll go get some metal ones then, because we need to do that because the gate needs to be lifted just a hair, just a hair. It's
Yeah.
not. It's like fucking ground is so hard. We almost anyway. It needs to be adjusted. It needs to be adjusted. I think a simple brace will fix it.
Colby says that way Billy gets less vinyl glitter on his face. I had some vinyl glitter on my face today.
Dude, we just sold 3 vinyl drops the past like 2 weeks. I don't know, or yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like vinyl's taking off again.
Hey man, I love it. I love me some no dig vinyl.
Dude, the my 230 quote today was it started the conversation out as the guy was wanting us to just drive the middle post in the ground for him, and he wanted to build his own fence. I'm like, all right, man. I was like, if you want us to do that, that's fine, on a condition that this is not something we normally do. I was like, but if you let me sell you the material, the pickets and your 2x4s, I promise you'll be a much better quality than what you're gonna get from the box stores, and I'll still be able to give you a very competitive price on it. I was like, yeah, we'll absolutely work something out. So it started as that, and then we started talking about other no dig options. Then we started talking about aluminum, and then he's like, well, why don't we just upgrade that from that black chain link to aluminum? I'm like, I think that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Ooh.
So instead of doing black chain link, now I'm quoting black aluminum.
Ooh. Talk about two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. Well, dude, this guy's got 10 acres and he wants to do 200-foot run wings on each side, down to, and, but then he wants to section off parts of his house. Like this guy had a wraparound porch. He had all these different, it was definitely a very, detailed estimate. It was
Nice.
definitely a very thorough one. I mean, we're out there for an hour and 15 minutes talking to this guy. What's that?
All right. So we got Colby says, what do you guys do for your vinyl gates frames?
Okay.
So we can both answer this. We just started buying in bulk, non-cut, non-put together options from Ocala Fence.
Yeah, Ocala Fence is hooking us up. We have really great shipping that comes up here. They do everything we need them to do, and we're getting better competitive prices than we are anywhere else.
And
shout out to Mr. Brandon at Ocala.
Yes, sir. If you guys are in the state of Florida and you need a vinyl supplier, hit up Ocala Fence. They have a wonderful MVP vinyl. Love the stuff. It is great. But so we get gate kits, Colby, and the hinge sides have the metal inserts and the like gate uprights, and then it's just your regular rails and pickets, and you can build whatever size you want to.
Yeah, pretty much. You just use you get the ends, and those ends have the metal in them for your hinges to attach, and it's a couple self tapper screws or even rivets. You can do rivets. Rivets are really great for it, and it's super simple. Yep, it doesn't take long. You can build a gate frame faster than you can weld a wood one.
Oh, dude, I built that gate in the grass in what 10 minutes?
10 minutes was built, ready to hang.
Yeah,
after never doing one before.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't bad at all, Mr. Colby.
What's going on, Mr. Robert Evers? How are you today, sir?
What's up, sir? How are we? What is his name and his number?
We'll give it to you.
I got you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's the MVP vinyl is really nice, dude. I like it. It locks together. Those tongue and grooves are smooth. The custom colors, you can get the pickets, or they're 2 and 3 wide, so you're having to cut and rip less and install and carry. You don't have quite as many just flopping around. But
all of the custom colors come in like 2 wide pickets, so you're only carrying 6 versus 12.
Yep.
It's great.
That's really we can order the 8-foot stuff, and then it's got all the 8-foot vinyl for certain commercial applications has the metal railing inside of it.
Yep.
That was a very big selling point. We had a guy who bought the 8-foot just because it had the metal railing inside of it, and that was awesome. That was we got that in tan, really within 3 weeks, and it was done, ready to go, post routed, rock and roll.
Shoot, dude, we got the white vinyl that they sent us in like less than 7 days.
Yeah, it was pretty quick turnaround
from the time that we ordered it. And like one of my favorite parts about their vinyl is their U channels. I know I'm being super like nitpicky, but they're not.
Nitpicky. What is it about U channels?
They're not flimsy. They're not.
I'll give you.
They're
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
not.
Okay. Yep.
They're
Yep.
not
Yep.
super thin.
No, they're a little bit thicker than other companies as far as the U channel. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I noticed that because I installed like 60 of them yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were absolutely. It was a lot. It was very easy and quick to install just because it was. I can't use it anymore, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
I like them. I like the U channels. I know it's being weird, but you know, I like the U channels.
Oh man, good stuff. But yeah, so I'm hoping I can sell this no dig aluminum. I'm going to get with Chris and see if we can, if we sell it, try to start getting some I-beams in. That's the power of networking right there.
Because we both need them.
Absolutely. If you're, I will never install a vinyl or aluminum fence ever again, and if it's not a no dig, ever. It is.
Zachary Corddry texted me earlier today, and he was asking some questions about our vinyl suppliers. And I was telling him, I was like, you know, I will never, ever, ever install vinyl or aluminum digging set ever again. I was like, if it's they're dead set on that.
This mofo, look at Chris.
I have NVP in stock. Holla if you need. Do you really? All right.
I'll call you, Chris.
I'm doing great, living the fence and gate operator life, grinding and see. Nice, man. How's that gate operator life treating you? It was a shiny penny for us. But
Colby.
Stupid. He says, I do. Good people, man.
Colby, they can't afford the dig. I'm with you on that, man. If it's not cheaper for me to want to dig and set. Like, honestly, if we have somebody who does not want to do the no dig or in Postmasters or whatever, we'll still sell it. But I'm gonna sub it. But we'll absolutely sub that one out in a heartbeat. Just because I'm not doing it. I'm not about to go tote around concrete on every single job anymore. No, not whenever we can do this. This is such a better clientele base. People want this. You know, it was people don't want to spend that. No, I promise you they do. Oh, check this out. I found us a new sub.
Did you? Yeah,
I did. I found us a new sub, and it's a guy who builds fences on his free time. He works for a maintenance company. Okay, he was driving by the Terra Circle houses. You know, we got the 3 right there. This guy builds fence. He showed me some of his stuff, and he knows what he's doing, but he could definitely use some coaching. He's worked with a few other fence companies, but he stopped me at the ballpark. I was just at practice for Latham, right? He stops me at the ballpark, and I guess he saw my hoodie on. He saw the truck, you know, the Gentry Farmhouse on it, and he goes, "Dude, I just drove by one of your jobs." I'm like, "Oh, right on, man." And I was like, "Which one?" He goes, "Terra Circle." I'm like, he goes, "Y'all just finished?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, we just did that on Friday." And he goes, "Dude, y'all, that looked phenomenal." That was actually Mike Morse crew who did that one. And he goes, he goes, "Those gate posts are freaking awesome." He's talking about the Postmaster gate post. He goes, "I stopped and went, damn." And I built fence and I stopped and went, damn. He goes, and what's funny was I bid that job. I'm like, "You bid that job?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, and he pulled up his phone and he had a sales quote with that customer's name. I'm like, "Yeah, you damn sure did, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, those are cool people." He goes, "If you don't mind me asking, where were you at on that with that?" And it's already sold and done. He goes, "I'm just curious." I was like, "I'll teach you." And then it started a whole conversation. And now he's like, we're talking about, because he's got a business license for like a handyman thing. It's like we had a full-blown conversation about him possibly doing a DBA and changing it to a fence company. Still doing this in his part-time, but with us, he wants to be one of our new subs. Like,
damn, bro, how you gonna tell me all this over live and shit too, man? I'm like, first I was like,
it just happened at ball practice. This guy stopped.
You had this handyman first. I'm like, but then after I hear all this, I'm like, okay. No, so then
this guy,
because I ran that quote, maybe not for the neighbor, but I ran the original quote.
Yeah.
And so I remember him telling me, he was like, "Look, I got a bid for such and such amount for a wood digging set." And I was like, okay. I was like, I think I can match that with a driven system. Might be a little bit more expensive, and I'm talking about a couple $100, but I think I can match
For the
it.
record, we don't match prices. I
No.
refuse.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, I said match, but I wasn't actually going to
Right, now I know what you
match
mean.
the bottom
I get what
dollar.
you're
I
saying,
was
yeah.
going to try to get close to it.
Yeah.
And I did. We did get close to it, and we were still going to make a very decent profit off of.
It worked out great.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So I remember that whole conversation. That's cool, man. That's cool. Like we met one of those.
Yeah, the guy that lost the bid to us saw me at the freaking ballpark and came to say how badass that fence was.
See, aren't you glad that you like put your like kids in sports now?
But I told him, I was like, man, shoot, we'll teach you. We'll like, so you come and work with us for a couple of days. We'll teach you the system, and so you get your paperwork in order. We'll absolutely bring you on as a sub. I
Yeah.
was like, because we have to have we just need more of them this time of year. Because right now I'm like,
We got to have a revolving door. Normally, a revolving door is not what you want in a business, but in a subcontract model, it's what you want.
Let's see. I can train you on gate operators. So Billy and I went down to South Florida almost 2 years ago to an AFA training, and he got a certification in one of the fence install schools. And then I went and got certified while we were there in gate automation and design. And, we dabbled in it. We've done, 2, 3, 4. I like it. But it is just so damn time consuming. And nobody here wants to pay what it costs to do it and do it right. Like we had this guy adamant, we told him we need to have this thing. You need to hire an electrician out here and have this thing hardwired in. Well, he was living in a camper on the property and he's building he's going to be building a custom home. He's like, oh, well, I'll just run an extension cord to it and until we get the house built, then I'll put a breaker to it. I'm like, dude, no, like you can't. And he's had nothing but problems for it. And yeah, we've charged him for it. That's one of many. And it's always dumb stuff involved in operators. And it just takes up too much time. Now, if we had somebody that was devoted to it, somebody on staff on payroll, that's all they did, kind of like what Superior does, cool, outstanding. But as far as something that you and I and, our teams is like,
I'd rather do cantilever gates over like gate automators any day of the week.
Yeah.
I'd rather do a manual cantilever gate.
It's just, there's always dumb stuff that pops up. There's always gremlins, and I'm not a fucking electrician, dude. I don't read alt meter. I build damn fence, man. Like, all in all, I'm just a brute in most things, and it just, like, I don't have the patience for that.
No.
I like it. I'm glad I got certified in it. I definitely learned a lot of it. But as far as the competition for us, as for gate operators in Northwest Florida, we are not it. I'm telling you, I prefer perfecting the no dig and pushing that way more than I like dicking with the operators.
Absolutely, dude. I'm with you as well. Like with that. And like I've had my fair share of being a comm tech.
Yeah.
And most of being a comm tech was rough ends. So basically running conduit, putting up electrical boxes that they would pull low voltage wire through. And like I was not a troubleshoot guy. I was not a tech guy. I was a grunt. Like
yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean,
so,
and
like,
the LiftMaster systems really are self-explanatory. They really are simple. But even in the most simplest ones, we put a gate we welded a flange onto a cattle gate for a guy to go into his property. And he did the right thing. He had an electrician run a power box out there to it, put it on his own breaker and everything. Well, a damn storm came and the breaker tripped, and he didn't realize it. And the damn thing was beeping at him for almost a month, and the batteries went dead. And it was just another one of those. We had to go back out there and to diagnose it. Yeah, I told him on the phone, batteries probably dead. Did it beep at you? Yeah, it did. I'm like, well, why didn't you call me a month ago?
Yeah, right. And now you've killed the battery.
Yeah, and he's like, well, it don't work. I'm like, well, bro, I got a fucking broke leg. Like, I'm the only one certified in this. Like, you're gonna have to wait 3 months.
He did though. Man,
I was out there at 6 weeks, man. Sure,
Yeah.
3 months.
It wasn't no 3 months. All right. Jordan Hunt says the no dig option has sold as several. All right, I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me a second. The no dig option has sold in several competitive bids where we were the highest, but we sold the the idea of no dig. Plus, it bought us back a ton of time in our residential, and people like that we can get to them sooner.
Freaking lutely.
Yeah. So yes, we can be higher, but people when they realize that we're not comparing
Apples to
apples to
Yep.
apples and we're comparing apples to oranges, and we're like, look at what you're getting for this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're getting a lifetime fence versus a 15-year at best.
At best. And then
At
dude, the
best.
wood nowadays is
It's god awful. It's god awful. And you know what I like to tell a lot of people who are I'm like super interested, and I'm like, oh man, I just lost my train of thought.
Ooh, Cannon. That's a good one.
Oh,
That's a good one.
boom. What happened? My microphone just went muted.
Oh, I don't know. Because you're weird. I can hear you perfect.
Yeah.
Talk again.
Yeah, what's up?
I can hear you fine, bro. Anyway.
There we go. Now I can hear myself. I had I can hit something.
Go to Cannons. Cannon, yes. I'm curious of how you guys refer to your gates for wood fences. Steel frames, wood frame. Can you explain your process and how does this do in the Kings Plus style fence for you? So, Mr. Cannon, we actually had stepped away from the Kings Plus for a while, and it was just because after learning what we learned last week in Tuscaloosa, it is absolutely a faster, more efficient system than how we were doing it a year ago.
We did not have the right tools to do
Correct.
it
And we
efficiently,
gotta-
if we're being honest.
Correct. And we got away from, and we had actually ended up getting away from the Kings Plus system just because it is a phenomenal system if you have all the right tools, and i.e. the proper driver, not a Titan, not a hammer, the proper Titan, and also the pneumatic nail gun that shoots through the wood and the nailer that goes through the wood into the scheduled pipe. Because back then we were pre-drilling and self-tapping screws, and it just took way too long. Was it a strong fence? Absolutely, one of the strongest fences I think we've ever built. But with that, we made the decision to step away from the Kings Plus for a while. And for the last while, we've been doing a lot of Postmaster no dig. That's what we've been doing probably the last about 6 months now, is a lot of Postmasters. And with those, we use Postmaster gates with black powder coated gate post, black powder coated gate frames, and we use adjustable hinges. And it's metal post, metal adjustable hinge, metal gate frame. No worries. It is the easiest sell. They look phenomenal. That was literally the fence that another fence contractor that lost the bid to us, and we were more expensive, and he stopped and said it looked phenomenal.
I clicked the wrong one. Cannon, it was the pneumatic nail gun, mainly
that thing.
Mainly, we were using the big 3-inch self tappers, and
it was miserable.
It was ridiculously slow.
You would drive the post in a fast rate of speed. You build the boxes fast. You get it sighted in. You get it ready. But then you have to go and spend 2 hours trying to drill a damn screw into a damn post. And I don't know if you've ever tried to drill a round post, even with having the damn wood keeping you steady, it still wanted to kick off to the side. And we were spending $100 a week in damn drill bits.
Yeah.
With the good quality drill bits, but that Schedule 40 pipe had eaten them up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we just stepped away from. But now, if we built the one in Tuscaloosa, it's so like that pneumatic nail gun that can punch through it in 2 shots. That's the money. That's the money shot. Which one did you adjust? Because I got an echo on me now.
Probably because your mic volume's up too high.
All right, that's much better.
Much better.
We hang metal gate frames on every Kings Plus. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And
we did too back when we were making. We did too.
Whenever we had our own welder, we also ripped off the Postmaster Plus gate frames and we adjusted them to our rail spacing so it all matches up. The only thing I do not like about the Postmaster gate frames is the rail spacing does not match up. Like other than that,
you have to, yes.
Wonderful stuff.
Absolutely, it's a very easy product. The Kings Plus, like I said, the Kings Plus is without doubt probably the strongest fence system that we've ever built for wood fencing. But it's one of those, if it's the strongest, it's very fast to build if you have the right tools.
Cannon says it seemed with our postmaster gate post, the post as it wraps around would pull apart from itself when the gate was hot. Okay, so we're using the modern fence technology metal gate frame like hinges. So they're like L hinges. So they hit the front and the side.
Yep.
So it's not gonna pull apart because it's on both of those.
But even whenever we were still using butterfly hinges with that cannon, we drill through the postmaster gate frame, and we would bolt it together. And we'd use these carriage bolts on it. Was it carriage bolts we were using? Yeah, we'd just use flat-headed carriage bolts on it, and it would we never had a callback. We had one guy have a callback because his striker bent, but that was because the subcontractor put the damn handle on upside down.
Yeah. Colby says we pound 2 postmasters back to back for gate posts, black carriage bolt through bolts for hinges. Okay, well that was so that was the previous way of doing it before they came out with the gate post. So I'm with you on that.
Yeah, that is absolutely.
I'm with you on that.
That is a way you can do it to double up on your post for wind load ratings as well too, is by putting them together and building off of it. But the postmaster gate post, we use 10-footers. And it is kind of got like this weird L shape. As long as you can remember to make the conscientious, just remember that it is offset from the line post the way it goes. Once you remember that, and you can do it every time, it's a great. It's a very easy win. It's a very easy win.
So moving forward, we talked about this on the ride home.
Yeah. That's actually sorry about you.
We'll start offering them once we get all of the right equipment, and it will be on 10-foot centers, and it will be with 8-foot Schedule 40 pipe. That was one of the other
takeaways,
underlying issues with the Kings Plus system down here in Florida, is because we were doing 8-foot centers, and we were also doing 10-foot 6 Schedule 20 pipe, which is astronomically fucking expensive. And
it was 20s and 40s.
It was mainly 20s is what we used for the majority of it. And then it was
because y'all mixed a bundle of 20s and 40s, and they all got mixed up, and I was like, well, fuck it, it is what it is now.
Yeah.
And we just that's right, I remember that.
But so moving forward, when we do start offering it again, it will be the 10-foot centers, it'll be the 8-foot Schedule 40s, and all of that.
Building the one in Tuscaloosa was an eye-opener because we taught ourselves the Kings Plus system after watching all the videos, and we pulled it off and it worked great. But after building one on 10-foot centers and seeing Sean's actual methods and seeing it in person, it connected a lot of dots, and I truly believe it can be built on 10-foot centers. I think, yeah, and I think that the 8-foot, I think it's one of those that I don't think it has to be.
I don't think it has to be either.
After seeing that fence that we built up there in Tuscaloosa on 10-foot centers, it was stupid freaking strong.
Dude, I could have literally jumped up against it. Yeah, this is only my third one, bro.
So Cannon, after doing it firsthand, I think that it being on 10-foot centers is absolutely feasible. I don't see why. I don't see that it has to be on 8s no more.
Yeah, we haven't found a way to pound.
I know how to do it.
The postmaster gate post without ruining our drive cap. But I do have Brian from US Hammer is making a drive cap for him right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see it in my head how to build it.
So I've done 2 vinyl fences, no dig, this past week. Today one. What's your breakdown on installing? Is it primary wood? Where do you get? Yeah, so everything that we do is going to be no dig.
Yeah, I've only sold the only job we've sold so far this entire year that wasn't no dig was our very first one. And I sold it from my couch with my leg up and my leg on ice. And I sold it from the couch, and I wasn't even trying. And the guy, we did 100-foot, 6-foot fence. and tear out, and that was one of those we got to kind of help float us through back then. And that's the only one we sold all year. Everything else has been no dig. Everything vinyl, no dig. Aluminum, no dig. Wood, no dig. Everything's no dig.
Yep. Chain link. We did chain link yesterday. No dig.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, man. So
You're
everything's
gonna mushroom a chain link post. Just know it. It is what it is.
everything's pounded. Just leave it a little bit high so we can cut it off.
Yep.
And it looked good after it was done, man. It was easy as hell too. I mean, I hate chain link, but you know, I'd rather do it pounded than anything else. They were talking about 10-foot centers right here.
Did it
one time it just they loaded me 10-foot centers. Did you now?
Hey, rock on with your bad self.
All right, we got Chris Hearn here. What's going on, buddy?
Ugly as hell. They did it on my neighbor's shared fence, and I have to look at it every day because they hung. What's he talking? I'm with you, Billy. I fucking hate chain link.
Oh, dude, I hate chain link. It is my absolute least favorite fence to install.
What is that? Just drove 4-inch with the hammer.
I saw, man. I saw that, dude. I saw you. You built a fence hog. So you know, shoot us a message.
Was that who you were talking about with it?
Mhm.
Is that who you were talking about with it? That you were talking about earlier had this big ass fence hog that did like 1,000 feet or some shit. No. Okay. Dude, we built a fence hog back in the day when I first started my very first year. I sold 1,700 foot of T-post cattle fence, and we fired a guy for having meth on the job on that one, and it was my supervisor's younger brother. He fired him on the spot. God damn, I swear. Anyway, we built I took a pallet, got some big wheels from Harbor Freight, beefed it up, made a roll cage on it with a chain link rod going to the top of it, and it would spool itself out, and we dragged it behind a Jeep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Cannon, I've heard the story on this one. Apparently, he dropped it out of his chest pocket, and his brother saw him, and he tried to put his boot over it, and his brother fired him on the spot.
That's exactly what it was. There was a T-post. It was a T-post cattle fence, and they were putting the ties on the bottom. He had it like somewhere like next to a cigarette pack or something like that, and he bent over, and the meth fell out, and he put his foot on it real quick, and his brother fired him.
Yeah. So
his brother, the supervisor's name was Cord. He called me in a frantic, apologizing so damn much. I'm like, dude, what is going on? And I fired him. I'm sorry, Corey. I had to. We couldn't have it out there. We fired him. Like, well, who the fuck did you fire, man? And because we had him and another guy. There was 2 helpers out there on that job. And I was like, who'd you fire? He's like, I forget his brother's name, but he's like, I fired him. And I was like, for what? He goes, he had a fucking bag of meth that fell out of his pocket. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm like, well, you made the right decision. Like, I'm not mad at you. Like, right on. Okay. I can remember that phone call. It was 5 years
all right.
ago.
Right. So you can also bigger jobs. All right. So Jordan Hunt, are you dealing with oppositions to no dig builds? What are they, and how are you dealing with those concerns? So if we do, we send them a nice video of the Bobcat trying to pull a postmaster out of the ground.
I showed that video twice today. So no, absolutely not. Every once in a while, I got one right now. A lady asked me. I replied to this email like 6 a.m. I kind of foobarred it a little bit, but she's like, you're $2,000 more than the next guy. She goes, can you explain to me why? She basically asked me to sell her again
for the 4th time.
And I'm like, and so I sent her this thing. I said, ma'am, I think you're asking the wrong questions here. I said, I think the question you should be asking is if my price is too high, or why is theirs so low? I said, because, ma'am, let me ask you this. Where are they getting their materials? Oh, they're probably going to be getting them from the box stores, and your fence is going to look just like that one over there that you already told me you hate. I said, I guarantee you they don't know anything about setting posts to AS. I said, I would, based on the other fences in standard neighborhood, which I've done 13 on your street. I said, I guarantee you can look at all these and tell that none of these posts are set to depth, nothing. I guarantee they probably don't even have enough concrete on them. I was like, if you just look around, you answer your own questions. And I'm like, I said, at the end of the day, we're in a different league. In a different day, we are offering something that is a lifetime warranted option with premium grade 2x4s that are ground contact rated, with premium grade pickets, as in with all metal gate frames, adjustable metal hinges, spring back latches. They're not in the league as us, man. So I think the right question you should be asking is, why are they so cheap?
Absolutely. And you know, if you want one of those videos of us trying to pull like post out, send me a message, dude. I will send you
It's
one
on
of
our
those videos.
Facebook page, and get on Gentry Farmhouse on Facebook and scroll down like 3 videos and it's right there.
Yeah, bro. It's right there, man. So you can absolutely have that. And you caught him with it.
Oh, dude, that was in the early days of fencing, like that was pre-COVID. They were like $12 an hour helpers. It was unexpected.
Yeah. What's Colby have to say? A full size 10,000. Oh, dude, I'm telling you what, man.
I had a full size 10,000-pound skid loader run over my leg.
Nah, man, I had the Bobcat MT100. I was up on the tippy toes, and I'd jam it halfway down, and I'd let go so it would rock down and snatch it out, and it destroyed it, man.
Orlando Hinge Company. Yes, we were driving them by. So it's kind of it was really neat. We started cutting the gate post to fit inside the driver, and it worked out great. It worked out phenomenal until it didn't work out, and it ended up breaking our puck in half. Our solid steel lead, whatever the fuck it is, puck.
CNC cut.
It busted it in half. We had to order another one for $240. Just know that Postmaster puck for the hammer is $240.
Yeah, $250 for that little like Postmaster adapter. So if you are trying to cut them Postmaster gate posts and use your puck,
so to answer your question, yes, we are still setting those in concrete simply because we have no other way to drive it as of right now. But we have driven 12 of them before it broke the puck, and it absolutely the 10-footers can be driven I don't know where you guys live or anywhere else, but in the Panhandle of Florida, you can drive a 10-foot Postmaster gate post. It absolutely works, and it absolutely holds, no issues.
Yeah, man. As long as you have the right adapter for it, it'll work. Gotta throw 5 to 6 bags of Creed on the standing plate. So stupid sometimes.
Man,
did you know? Oh, okay. That's responding back to
what happened?
Oh, he was responding back to how we set ourselves apart.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that puck, just don't just use it the way it's supposed to be used. Don't try to get crafty like we did. That was a $250 mistake.
Yeah, and we only got 6 gate posts out of it. No, we got 10.
It was 10 or 12.
It was 10 or 12. We got 10 or 12 out of it, but then it literally broke in half.
We got like 3 weeks of gates out of it.
In half.
Did you hear that in the mic?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry.
I think she broke the bull adapter this week.
Ooh, how much was that one?
Which bull adapter? Are you really? Melbourne, Florida, and you're Superior? Oh, okay. You're in Brevard?
Oh, what's up?
What's going on, buddy? I'm sorry, dude.
Jordan Hunt, I've got a Hammer drive cap you can have. We have never used a Postmaster ever. PM me your address. Shit, I'll take it back up. And that was $250.
Okay.
I'll absolutely take it back up. If you're willing to send it, we'll give you a shout out, my man. Thank you so much.
Hey, when you do that, send a fence sign and I'll send you like.
Hold up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about. Yo, Antonio Curtis from Performance Fencing. Thank you so much for sending me a Performance Fencing like fence sign. I really like this one. This one's really nice.
And this one kind of matches our profile.
Yeah. And then we got Devin Van Buren. We got Next Level Fencing. We got a JC Gurry sign right here. This is the first one I've ever held in my hands, and I like it.
Is that JC Gray?
Yes, sir, brother. I like that, man. That's nice. That's nice as well. But yeah, man. Like if you want to, like go ahead and like put us a like fence sign in that package because I'm gonna be building something like over here, something like here to display the fence signs. But I've only got 2, you guys, and I've sent out like 4 fence signs. Come on, y'all. Do better. Do better.
I don't know the price yet. It has a drive head.
Was it the drive cap? Like the little cap thing? Look, man, you send me a fence line, I'll send you another stack of stickers. All right.
I gave away like 6 stickers today.
Did you?
I did, man.
Nice. We got to order some more stickers. We're getting low.
We got to order more farmhouse stickers too.
Yes, absolutely. All right, cool. Sounds good.
And absolutely, if anybody wants a farmhouse fence sign, like obviously our business name is not the Gatekeeper, that's the podcast, but our business name is Gentry Farmhouse. If anybody wants a farmhouse sign, I've got some.
Send your info to me. I've got all the manila like envelopes. I got the stamps ready at my house. I'll have my wife write all of your things so it's not nasty chicken scratch, so that way they can read it. Oh, dude, it's terrible.
You know we're like 15 minutes past time,
right? Yeah. But all right. Well, with that said,
all right, we still got 10. There's 10 people watching on here. We're gonna quit if you don't want to.
Yeah. No, man, I'm good to go. But no, guys, if you do like want to send us a fence sign, I will send you one directly back, and I will also throw you a couple stickers of the Gatekeeper stickers in there as well.
We owe VV a shirt still.
We do owe VV a shirt.
I just thought about that. I feel like a year now.
I'll get him a shirt. I'll send him some like stickers and a shirt.
But yeah, man, that's Sub though, man. We're thanking Mr. Hunt. But Sub from the ballpark, man. He's a guy. He's like, yeah, I work for this other company, but I just want to do something this part time. He goes, I'm really intrigued. He's an older guy too. I think he goes, as long as I can have a little bit of a heads up. I was like, dude, you get your paperwork in order. We'll absolutely give you a heads up. And we give you like 2 weeks advance on these installs. And I was like, dude, we'll train you, we'll teach you, we'll set you up. I was like, you don't have to buy anything. We'll rent you back the materials, the equipment, the drivers, everything. I was like, I will literally set you up for success. Like, I will give you money to teach you, give you more money. Like,
and I like the way that I've kind of been dialing in, like setting up the material, like orders. You know, I mean, I'm writing names on everything. I'm writing names like, dude, like I'm getting it down to like they have an extra coil of nails, and that's it. And like I'm doing the math on everything.
Oh, I've got all the coils nails in my truck for more job.
Yeah, man. But I like that. You know, I mean, I'm writing which names, I'm tagging everything. And everything gets dropped up, and they literally show up and build, bro. They got screws, they got nails, they got hinges, and everything's labeled for them. So if they have multiple jobs for us, they know that, hey, this box goes to Mrs. Jones, and this box goes to Mr. Tyler.
Yep.
So, you know, it's great, man. I'm loving it so far.
What's that one?
We got Mr. Seth Reich. Right on, guys. Great show. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate it.
That makes it feel good. We just have here bullshit. People actually want to listen and hang out with us.
Heck yeah, man.
Oh, man. But yeah, with that, I think it's about time to call it, my friend. It is 8:30.
It is, brother. I'm getting hungry, man. So
I still need to shower, man. I ain't been home in 14 hours. I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, hey, man. Once again, thank you to our sponsor, Mr. Fence Academy, right there. You guys go check out his website. Go get you some Mr. Fence tools. Go get you an equalizer, please. It's my absolute favorite tool, bro. It'll be a life-changing tool for you.
I showed that Sub the photo of the equalizer. He goes, takes the math out. I'm like, couldn't have said
I sold his wife, dude. I took his wife to the trailer
Did you?
and I like showed her everything, and she was like, "Oh my god,
in Tuscaloosa. I'm like, what are you talking about?
we're going to
Anyway.
spend so much money." Anyways, guys,
Next
thank you so
Tuesday.
much. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Tune in.